Namaskaram, and today we're going to speak about Bharani Nakshatra. This is one of my most favorite nakshatras. There's a personal reason to it. However, Bharani Nakshatra, which is 13, 20 to 26, 40 degrees Aries, okay, this is ruled by Yama. And Bharani, as the name suggests, it depicts the Bharan, that is the in-depth darkness, which is as dark as death. So it is the power to take away everything from you. Okay, that is Bharani Nakshatra. The Apabharati or the Apabharani Shakti, which is like to take away everything from you. Its basis is to remove your life from the body. What I mean here by taking away the life from the body is it's like carrying the soul from one realm to the another realm of ancestors. So by the combination of these factors, these creatures, these people are transforming. So Bharani Nakshatra is basically to transform you, lead you to the next level of your life. That is the ancestral level, something that is related to your Pitris. Maybe some of the desires of your Pitris that went unaccomplished will be now completed through you. That is what is Bharani Nakshatra. That is why it is represented by Lord Yama. Bharani Nakshatra will take away all that is which is not necessary for you, for your soul, for your purpose of life, and it will transform you into a new personality. So Bharani Nakshatra is a very transforming nakshatra. It makes you reach to that term in your life wherein you are letting go of all the new condition that you have created for yourself in this current birth. So here Bharani Nakshatra, since it represents, or the lord of Bharani Nakshatra is Yama. Somewhere we also connect it with Makali and Mahadev. So if in case you have Bharani Nakshatra, don't forget to worship them. So Yama is guiding the soul here to reach the astral plane. So where the soul is experiencing the result of its karma, the past karmas, okay, and the karma that this person or the soul has carried from the previous birth, and what it needs to prepare in this birth for whatever is coming next, to prepare the life that this person is going to experience. So it's like a transformation that the soul has to undergo. So Yama is actually a figure of discipline and sacrifice, and it also leads you towards yoga. Why? Because through yoga you experience samadhi. You experience your self-worth, your self-potential. You go deeper inside into that deep shell, into that death-like, that death-like pit where you actually are introspecting yourself to know what you are capable of or what exactly is the purpose of your life. So Yama takes you to the practice of yoga. Bharani Nakshatra will make you, it will transform you, it will transmute your negative energies, the dark energies, into positive. It will make you recognize your karma that you're carrying from your previous birth, and it will prepare you for the next level of your life that is coming. So this nakshatra has a generic power to bring about the change by removing which is negative, or the past, the past which is like past time, basically, the past from your previous births. So Bharani gives the rulership over one's ancestral legacy and the lordship over one's equals. That is what is Bharani Nakshatra. Yamaspa Bharani Apakarshanta Par Stad Pavanto Vastat. This is what is Bharani. This is the mantra of Bharani. the restraint of the regulator needs to bear down to arrest. Now I'm going to explain you the meaning of it. So the god Yama, he's a punisher of evil deeds, okay, and he's also the awarder of good deeds. Now a lot of people relate and feel that Shani is the planet that actually decides on your karma, but Shani actually guides you towards your karma. But Yama decides what is to be provided to you in this birth in the form of your deeds, good or bad karmas. So the word Yama means in itself restraint, discipline, responsibility, law, morality. So Bharani Nakshatra is all concerned about the things that you keep within your bounds. If you do not live in restrictions and you try to break through that foundation and want to go ahead and move to the next level, then there Yamraj becomes restrictive. He will decide for you the path that you would be choosing for yourself. Apabharana. Bharana here means to bear and support the weight and responsibility. So Bharani is all about also responsibilities, about the weight that you have to carry on your shoulders. Okay, so this shows that Bharani involves discipline, self-control, duty, and it also means responsibility. So Bharani is also seen as vulva, the vagina, the vulva, and the word itself has a definite implication of a woman bearing a child. Again, responsibility, duty. Okay, so the nature of bearing the child in itself is a responsibility that it brings. So it is again the transformation of a woman from a normal to becoming a mother, taking up that responsibility, very clearly indicates the nature of this nakshatra. So Appa brings a sense of going a little downward, and this Appa Bharana indicates holding things down, curbing, disciplining, and restricting them. Basically, it is also a nakshatra that removes your ego completely. It annihilates your ego completely, because you have to hold yourself down. You have to come down to a level, okay, where you actually start transforming to a better self. About how Bharani Nakshatra wants to bring you down. It wants you to bear yourself down, like lower your ego, okay, so that you can transform. So Vahana indicates delivery. So again, the vulva which wants to deliver with responsibility. Okay, so the transformation which is happening. The Appa means downward delivery. Okay, things to a lower place, that is sending the evil back from hell wherever it has come. So delivering the sinners to hell is what is Bharani Nakshatra. Sending away all the negatives, all the negative people that do not play a role in your life, back to hell. Okay, so Bharani Nakshatra people will throw away all those people, or Bharani Nakshatra have a tendency basically to repel all negatives. They have a natural tendency of repelling energies, negative, which is toxic, which is hellish, which is sinning. Okay, so this shows that Bharani wants to curb, repel, turn away all the evil and the misconduct of people, because Bharani Nakshatra people have the ability to gauge. They have that deep sense of emotion that can make out the evil, and immediately their gut will tell them that this is the energy that they need to repel immediately. So intuition again, where that intuition gets activated with the Bharani Nakshatra. So the Apavaham also means restricting movement, that is arresting over here. Means it is restricting the negative force from coming your way. Okay, so downward delivery here is also kind of a pregnancy theme, but the nature of delivering a child here shows that Bharani does not really intend to work hard for its own independent aims, but wants to work hard for others as a mother would do for a child. So the main purpose of Bharani Nakshatra is to help other people, to take the responsibility of the people. Okay, where Ashwini Nakshatra was to address the major masses. Bharani Nakshatra here teaches you to take the responsibility of the major masses. About Bharani Nakshatra, and Bharani Nakshatra has a lot to do with, again, law enforcement. Means in the sense that you are enforcing pressure on the criminals to leave you, to it's kind of a cycle of karma wherein you actually become that medium to arrest those criminals. Okay, so you become their karma of the evil. Okay, so you're repelling the evil and you also become the karma to the evil. Okay, and stop their activities. So you become responsible for becoming that stoppage. Okay, so Bharani is in a way very good if you interpret it properly. If I have to talk about the planets like Moon, Mercury, Venus tend to bring out the side of Bharani. Okay, the Moon particularly impacts the mother-child relationship. Mercury's friendships, and Venus is all about romance. Rahu also tends to bring out the difficult side of Bharani. Okay, because it is not, Rahu again doesn't want to abide to the restrictions. Okay, this will mostly manifest as clashes with authority and cultural norms. Usually Rahu in Bharani Nakshatra, they have a special inclination towards the left path side of spirituality, because they want to rebel everything which they think is not perfect to the society. They have a perspective, they have a vision, and they do not want to be restricted. They want to live in that state which is very authoritative to them. So they would end up challenging the norms, the authorities, and the other aspects of the society. So these kind of people can be a little they can be a little different. They might just stand out because they do not look at the society like normal people do. So when Bharani Nakshatra functions well, it indicates the power to be serious. It indicates to be the it wants the person to be disciplined. It wants the person to be hardworking, and it wants the person to repel and repress all the evils, both within yourself and the world. It shows the capacity to deliver better things to the world. Okay, as a result of curbing and restricting the bad things. Okay, so planets like Saturn, Mars, Sun particularly bring this out, and Jupiter also does well, bringing a very serious morality, but it could also mean overbearing. Jupiter can be a little over responsible, sorry. So we can also hope for Ketu to do well here, because its basic nature is to bear down and hold in, but there may be some similarity to Rahu, indicating clashes with the authorities and the norms. Okay, that's where Rahu stands a little different. Okay, Rahu is intelligent, and Rahu in Bharani Nakshatra will be a little different from the rest of the society. Life lesson of Bharani Nakshatra. Guess what? Can you make any guesses? Before I speak and tell you what life lessons would you be learning? Well, think about it. But then Bharani Nakshatra, the Bharani Sutra teaches the value and the purpose of life, the purpose of punishment, the purpose of discipline, the purpose of karma. And especially in the modern world, in the modern society, where people are not concerned about their karmas, they're not worried about it, they don't think twice before becoming unethical. For them, Bharani Nakshatra can be really dangerous. It is not just dangerous for you, because it will always keep a check on you. It will always ensure that you are disciplined, you are maintaining that ethic, you are within your boundary, you're not crossing your limits, you're following the rules of karma, that is standing righteous. Okay, and at the same time, it will also ensure that the people that come in your life, not only will it eliminate all the negative people, the evildoers from your life, but it will also help you in teaching them in some sort of way a lesson. So does that mean that you are coming in somebody's life as karma? Well, God knows. Anyways, so this is what Bharani Nakshatra's life lesson number 1 is all about. Life lesson number 2, Bharani Nakshatra, where there is an immense restriction, there you don't meet liberation. So, the second part of Bharani Nakshatra is also to restrict yourself, creating a boundary, staying in Yama, following that Yama to become a transformative person. You're standing on the line of righteous where you're all set to fight for dharma. You're bearing all the responsibilities and duties of the society. At the same time, you are also liberating yourself from the clutches of the evil. So you're liberating in a way by following, like for example, we follow our Vedas, we follow our culture, we follow our Sanskriti, we do certain things towards God, right? Towards our deity, our favorite deity. That is in a way a kind of like our emotion for the deity, right? But why are we doing this? Why are we following this Yama? Why are we following a specific method? Is to liberate ourselves. The next step comes is the liberation. So you have to break through that foundation where you actually stop creating that separateness with the deity and you become one with the deity, you merge with the deity, so you're transforming. So from that first restricted side of you, you're moving to the next level where you're breaking all the restrictions. You are becoming a very different person, wherein you have your own thought process through that transformation, through the experiences, through that deep down knowledge that you have attained in this whole phase called life. And then you're moving to the next level, wherein you're a different person. You've stopped creating that separatedness in your mind, and now you're like completely liberated. You've broken all the foundations of your mind. That is what is Bharani Nakshatra's second lesson. So as a lioness is ready to kill any threat that approaches her children, Bharani Nakshatra is a very protective nakshatra. When rules are motivated by, when rules of the society are motivated with love, they work really well. And forgiveness and leniency has a healthy and a productive role. But when it is enforced, Bharani Nakshatra can be extremely rebellious.